All right, guys. Tonight, the big night, debate night, Trump versus the swamp, Kamala Harris. Should be awesome. I'm excited. I was thinking about it last night and I couldn't even sleep. Like, I really haven't been this excited about a debate probably since 2016. I mean, or maybe even never. I mean, I'm really excited about this debate. I'm just looking forward to it. I have my whole night planned, popcorn. I'm making some Captain and Cokes, and I'm just going to chill out. And I'm probably going to start around 6 or 7 and just be like, probably watching Fox News, Newsmax. Maybe I'll go back and forth CNN, see what they're talking about, the fake news. But I'm excited. So let's see what's going on. As far as the polls, Trump is pretty much winning. We talked about this yesterday. When they say Trump is neck and neck with Harris, that pretty much means he's up 5 or 6 points. Every election Trump's been in, he always outperforms by 5 or 6 points. So this is from NPR, which is as liberal as you can get. This is basically state media. So they're saying Harris narrowly leads Trump, but Trump's ahead with these key groups. The race for president is in a dead heat as Vice President Kamala Harris and former Trump prepare to meet tonight in Philadelphia for their first and potentially final debate. Yet, Trump has surprised Harris with several key constituencies as they prepare for the final sprint to their campaign. Among registered voters, Harris leads Trump by 1 point, 49% to 48. Her lead grew to 3 points, 51 to 48. Among independent voters, Harris trails Trump 46 to 49. So really, to me, that means it's going to be all about turnout as well. We need people to turn out for this election. And I really don't think Kamala Harris has a lot of people who really are, like, if it's like a cold night or something like that, who are going to leave their house to vote for her. But if you look at this poll right here, PBS actually, but I think NPR and PBS, essentially they're calling for dead heat, which means Trump's probably up 5 or 6 points. Hopefully after tonight, after the debate, this is like the final nail in the coffin for Kamala. And I'm really having good vibes about this debate. Here is some CBS coverage talking about the debate. And let's see what they have to say. This girl, I don't know if she works for Trump or she's just a reporter. She seems pretty pro-Trump, but she kind of sums it up a little bit.
Trying to do here, does he want to participate in this debate or not?
President Trump will be at the ABC debate this evening. In fact, he has accepted several debates, including an NBC and a Fox debate. Kamala Harris finally accepted his debate challenges after skirting 50 days since ascending the top of the ticket and not talking to voters, not talking to media. So tonight's going to be a very important night to take her to task, to make sure she talks to voters about those key issues that she has failed on during the last 3.5 years in the White House, being inflation, housing affordability, the open border, and certainly the chaos at home and abroad because of her failure.
And so you're kind of leading into what my next question was going to be. It was very similar to what I asked the state congressman. What are sort of the key points, the key takeaways that the former president wants the audience to get?
It's really important to focus on those issues. You see that in poll after poll, people don't feel like they know who Kamala Harris is. People certainly know the successful record of President Donald Trump. And again, because she has not had unscripted moments, because when she does rallies, she reads from a teleprompter. She has not spoken to her press pool. She doesn't take questions or do press conferences. Tonight will be the first time to hear those policy positions. All she has said so far is let's turn the page. But what I would remind the audience viewing is that she's in the White House and we must turn the page from her.
Exactly. And if you look at those numbers they just put up among key voters, for the border, Trump's up to like 80% approval. For the economy, Trump's in like the 70% range. Inflation, Trump's in the 70% range. Like every issue right now that matters. Like if you go down the street right now and you talk to anybody, talk to your plumber, cop, electrician, firefighter, what are the 3 issues that are on the top of your mind right now? They're all going to say border. They're going to say economy. They're not going to say trannies in the bathroom. They're not going to say, giving money to Ukraine, these weird issues that the Democrats have gotten behind that nobody even cares about. And that's why I think Trump is going to nail this. Unless there's something that happens tonight, like he does something crazy, He has like a full mental breakdown during this debate. Things are looking good. And like I said yesterday, we were talking about how it's kind of perfect timing for this. So all the Haitian immigrants that they brought in to New York City and Ohio and Pennsylvania and all these places, you're starting to see all the news stories. Here's one: animal sacrifice on the rise in Queens, New York. With chickens, pigs being tortured in twisted rituals. And we were talking about this yesterday. Not only do you have that, you have Haitians walking down the street, killing people's cats, dogs. You know when you go into like those neighborhoods and you have like the geese and the ducks walking around, it's more just to look good. And, they cross the street and you let them cross the street. And it's just like peaceful and it's nice. Well, the Haitians are basically just coming in there and just chopping their heads off and eating them. The Haitians are at the beach right now, and they're collecting seagulls. They're chopping off their heads and eating them in front of people on the beach. Like, look, I don't want to be too mean about Haiti, but I'm not going to be politically correct. Haiti is one of the worst shithole countries in the world. Everybody knows it. It's completely failed. You cannot import people from Haiti and expect them to assimilate in a Western culture, and it's a disaster. And people are fed up with it. And I was talking about this yesterday. I said, Trump and Vance need to start bringing this shit up at the debate because this is on people's minds. This is a great issue to bring up. And Camilla, she left the border open for 3 years. What is she going to say? Well, now you're starting to see it. Vance, J.D. Vance uses rumors of pet eating in Ohio to ding Harris on the border. Republican vice president candidate J.D. Vance uses rumors of people having their pets taken and eaten by illegal immigrants in Ohio as a way to attack Vice President Kamala Harris. Police said they haven't received any reports. We know that's untrue. We have video on TikTok. We have people at the city council meetings yelling, just crying in front of the politicians saying, look, my cat was taken. There's actually a video of a police body cam video of police pulling up to a house and there's a dead cat with a Haitian woman with blood coming out of her mouth. And they're like, did you eat this cat? And she's like, blah, 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 blah. I mean, they're like zombies. You can't make this stuff up. So I want to see Trump tonight definitely start bringing this up. And J.D. Vance, I think he's having a debate with Waltz. I think it's the end of this month, maybe. He needs to be nailing that as well. So really, you really can't argue with the timing. All this is like perfect timing, all this stuff coming up. If you look at the betting odds now for Trump are up. Here's a little video from Depressed Ginger. I like this guy. He talks about it a little bit.
So let's see what's been going on with the betting. Obviously, it's hard not to look at this massive jump that Trump had when they were deciding between candidates Biden or Harris. But obviously, since they decided to go with Harris in mid to late July, Harris did go over Trump by about 7 or 8 points. This is the net average on multiple different betting sites. It's not just Polymarket. Right now, you can see Polymarket does have Trump +6. That's pretty much what most people.
Anyway, so there you have that. So Harris, when she initially was put into the position, she was up, and now she's down by 6. So that's good news. And there's so much good news right now. So not only do we have the debate tonight, it's just good news in general, and I'm just really happy to see what's going on. Here's another article about it. Trump retakes betting lead over Harris in presidential election odds ahead of debate. So people are just right now betting on Trump. And people, even people who just don't have a dog in this fight, they don't care about Trump. They don't care about Harris. They could care less about politics, but they want to make some money, and they're betting on Trump. And that's a good sign. Saw this news story, which I find to be fascinating. I totally agree with. Melania Trump questions Trump assassination attempt story. We need to uncover the truth. I mean, if you believe that this kid right here, Thomas Crook, little ugly kid from Pennsylvania, he had encrypted phones, encrypted internet, and he was able to take a shot at the president and also kill him. If you guys think that this guy acted alone, like, I got a bridge to sell you. And I can say this as somebody who lives on the Maryland-PA line. I work in Pennsylvania all the time. People in that town of Pennsylvania, people in these little bumblefuck towns of Pennsylvania, they don't have encrypted phones. They don't have encrypted internet. They're pretty much primitives, to be honest with you. So somebody help this kid, and I'm glad to see that Melania, is it Melania? Melania. I say Melania, but it's Melania. She's basically come up. I mean, basically in a nutshell, without saying it, she said this whole fucking assassination smells like shit, and I don't believe any of it. And, you know, most likely CIA involvement. Former First Lady Melania Trump, in a new social media post, questioned the official account of the attempted assassination of her husband. She has her memoir coming out, so I guess she's making some posts. Thomas Crook, who had fired at Donald Trump and others at a campaign rally in Pennsylvania in July, was killed by a Secret Service, blah, 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 blah. So good for her for not buying it. But, you know, newsflash, Melania, nobody buys it. This kid had some help, and hopefully, you know, just like with JFK, you know, the CIA was almost 100% involved in that. Like with Donald Trump, it's like they tried to indict him multiple times. They tried to do the Russian collusion things. They tried to meddle in the elections. None of it worked. His poll numbers kept going up, and everybody said it. Even Tucker Carlson said it like 6 months ago. Well, the only thing really left is to take a shot at him and try to take him out completely, and that's what they did. And by the grace of God, I don't know why Donald Trump looked down and the bullet missed him and hit his ear. Donald Trump is supposed to be pretty much dead right now, and it just didn't work out. Normally the CIA hits their mark, but you know they had to use this dumb kid as a patsy. And they did, you know, he ended up missing, but he absolutely had help. I would bet every penny in my bank account that this guy had help taking out Trump. And it's good to see Melania talking about it. And hopefully, if Trump gets elected, we can do a real investigation as to what happened. Also saw this article. Barron Trump faces NYU professor who signed letters saying Trump was threat to the republic. NYU Stern School of Business intern Gene Egger was one of 14 educators from the school to sign a letter condemning Trump. And I guess Barron is going to college at New York University, and now he's one of his teachers. I mean, you can't make this shit up, guys. I mean, like, this whole college has really turned into like an embarrassment. So I hope Barron basically, what I hope happens is Trump gets elected, and then you're going to see this professor just basically shitting in his boots like, oh shit, what the hell did I do? Because a lot of these people that were talking shit about Trump, they really thought Trump was going to go to jail. They thought Trump was no way had a chance of getting elected. And now you're starting to see like, oh wait, Trump might actually win this election. So, but yeah, I mean, this is just got to suck for Barron. Like, you know, he has to deal with this professor, but we'll follow this story, and hopefully it works out for him. Other than that, guys, debates tonight. I'll probably do another video later. Not too much going on with crypto, so I'm not really talking about that right now. But I'm excited. Debate tonight at 9, and you know, we're going into this debate with Trump pretty much up in the polls. All Trump really has to do is show up. He has to show up and not say anything too crazy. We all know Trump. Everybody's familiar with Trump. Trump has a wide range of what he can say and get away with. So it's not really going to affect his polls. Camilla, people are just waiting to shit on Camilla. They don't know anything about her. And that's pretty much it. People are just essentially waiting to hear what Camilla has to say. But if anytime she opens her mouth, people get pissed off. So, and she says the wrong thing. So Camilla has a lot to lose here. And Donald Trump, really all he has to do is show up and, you know, put on an average performance. And I think you're going to see his polls shoot up 5 or 6%. All right, guys, like and subscribe. Talk to you later.